Before, let's be starting, I think, YouTube recording. Yeah. So welcome to another beautiful session today. Hope you all have a very good weekend. Yeah, we'll straight away give it to you, ma'am, and we can start.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, all. So let's start today's theory part of Soul Designers program. Today we'll understand about Siddhis. We might have heard about, Siddhis many times. Since ages, we have been listening about the word Siddha Purusha, a Siddhi, a Yogi, all these things we have been hearing. But when we are talking about Siddhis, we need to understand these are the powers which we have in ourselves, right? These are like, you can understand, like these are the qualifications, right? Like how we say, what are you when we talk about ourselves, introduce ourselves, we generally say, I'm so and so, my education is so and so, and all these things. But here it is like we have to understand Siddhi is a qualification which as a soul we hold in our spirit. Okay, so we need to understand what are those qualifications which we generally have inside us, and how do we identify them, right? So many times what happens is, it's not only that because we practice meditation, or we are into some particular sadhana, that we are able to connect to these qualifications, and it is growing in doing a particular duties. But otherwise also, even without the people who are not into these practices or not into any holistic theory, therapies and everything, even for a normal person, these are the qualifications which are there, because this is a qualification of a soul, of your own spirit, right? So this will be there. And first thing is, now in day-to-day life also, we keep connecting to these qualifications, these parts, but we don't know, we don't realize it, because we hold a image in our mind, a perception in our mind, that unless and until you practice, you don't get into contact with this kind of powers. We have that kind of a thing, and we have been taught in so many ages, since so many years and so many generations, we have been taught that, oh, you have to do particular sadhana, you have to do deep into meditation practices, only then this will be there. But even a common man also, we get connected to all these things. So we are here, we'll know about. So first one is anima siddhi. So when we are talking about anima siddhi, it is about achieving the power of reducing the size. Okay, so when we are talking about reducing the size, now logically and scientifically and biologically, now how do we reduce the size of the body? How is it possible? Okay, so here we need to understand, reducing the body size means it depends on, based on how these parts get activated, we get to know whether we are in a purified version of our mind or not yet. Okay, we get to know these also. Sometimes, maybe in a routine discussion or in a general discussion, we just say, oh, I felt so low. I felt very small when those people talked about so many things. I felt I'm useless. All these things, a kind of humiliating, right? You feel that, oh, I felt so humiliated, right? Why? When these feelings are coming up, that means this siddhi is activated. A particular siddhi gets activated so that we understand where we are committing mistakes in perceiving life, where we have actually passed out in understanding, perceiving our way of life, right? If you are feeling very humble, the same way, you're feeling very humble and you're feeling very nice, that means you have passed out a particular stage of your life. So siddhi is getting activated. So based on your internal experience, you can only make out whether you have failed or you have passed at that moment only. Okay, it's not that entire thing. That moment does not mean entire thing, but that moment is that particular situation wherever you are, however you are perceiving it. right? So Anima Siddhi is when we are talking about reducing the size, how you are feeling inside. Are you feeling humiliated or are you feeling humble inside yourself? This makes the difference, right? And next is Mahima Siddhi. Mahima Siddhi is now it's opposite. It's increasing the size, right? Now we have decreased. Now let us increase. Now in increasing, what is happening? Either you are feeling very superior or you are feeling highly compassionate. If you are feeling superior, that means you have grown, you are grown up, you have grown your own ego identity. Okay, a rigid way of perceiving life, right? A superiority complex, right? If you are feeling highly compassionate and you are seeing yourself, sometimes these things happen when you are in meditation practice. Sometimes you see yourself becoming very small, or you see yourself growing beyond even the roof, or even into the astral universal collections, into the space also. We see ourselves. When this is happening, you can only witness. You cannot change anything. You're not supposed to, because how it has planned, how the purpose inside us is planning for us, we have to just be open to it. Now after that, how do we know what happened in that experience? We know through our situations. Immediately if a situation comes where you are feeling in your communication, you are feeling very what do you call, very egoistic, or yes, I am only right, you are seeing only one way of perceiving life, not seeing other way of life. You try to put an argument kind of a conversation where whatever you are saying is right. Okay, if even other person is saying maybe no, maybe it is not like that, might be other way, you are not willing to take. No, you are not understanding. This is what has actually happened. Maybe I am not able to explain you, but this is how it is happening. We tend up these things. Here we can see that we have grown, but we have grown the identity, the rigidity part ourselves. Okay, and not the compassionate. When you are compassionate, then also you are growing, but you are expanding. You are literally expanding. There actually in your superiority complex, when you are growing, you are actually shrinking. But when you are becoming compassionate, you are actually expanding in a right way. Okay, that is the difference between Mahima. In other ways, however, this power gets activated. And next is the Laghima. Anima, Mahima, Laghima. Okay, in Laghima, what happens is your body becomes very light. In meditation practice also, we feel, sometimes we feel very light. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I felt today meditation happened very nicely with me. I felt so very light. I felt very comfortable. All these things. That means this Laghima Siddhi is activated. The power of this particular Siddhi is activated in that. So why the Siddhi gets activated? Anima and Mahima we have understood, to understand how we are perceiving that moment of life, right? In Laghima, when this Siddhi is happening, that means maybe you have healed a part of yourself, a memory of yourself. That is the reason you felt light. Okay, so when the healing process happens, when it is needed, when the purpose of the force inside us, okay, the purpose of your spirit decides, yes, now the turn has come, I need to take a turn, and for that this healing is needed, automatically this Siddhi gets activated and you suddenly feel very light. And sometimes otherwise also, when these are the things which get activated based on the turning points of your life. Okay, when the Siddhi is activated, it's something else which is taking to me. It is something else which is something else in the sense it's your own self, but your life direction is taking over. Okay, there's a formation which is happening, one transition, one from one stage to another. And if you're feeling very light, one is a healing has happened, or maybe you need to have your energy strength such light where you can carry yourself to so many works. Okay, a person can wander. See, a person who is very lightweight, they can just jump and run here and there, anywhere, because the body is very light. So when life has chosen, yes, you are supposed to do 10 things, or even maybe some extra things you need to do life, suddenly the siddhi gets activated and you are able to carry forward that life. Sometimes, you might have experienced many times in your life, oh, oh my God, I never thought that I would take over this work, but I could do it so nicely. So many relatives have come suddenly and so much cooking work was there, or I had to go to office also, I had to do my other works also, and I could do it so many things, how wonderfully I could manage. Okay, that means this siddhi is actually helping us in giving that potential, is energizing us so that you're not taking the weight of your body. It's just the energy which is moving, keeping your body very light, right? And next, when it comes to now the other part, garima. Anima reducing, mahima increasing. Okay, lagima is becoming light and garima is becoming heavy. Now, if you are feeling heavy, and the garima siddhi, if you are feeling heavy and you are feeling, I don't want to get up, I want to be there. Okay, that means some memory in your cells, in your cellular memory, some memory, some incident about in your past, which is in the process of healing and you don't want to get up from there. Okay. Sometimes when you sit in your sadhana, you might feel like, you don't want to open your eyes. You just feel so nice. I'm feeling very nice. I don't want to, something is happening, I know, but I don't want to get up. I don't want to open my eyes. I don't want to get up. Even after opening my eyes, you feel like, oh, I want to be seated like this. For some time, I want rest. I don't want to move out. That means the manifestation of that healing work is still happening, is in the process. So the body is not wanting to move. It becomes heavy. Or maybe there is a point where you are feeling very heavy inside and it is the process need to be started. You're feeling, sometimes we say, oh, I felt so heavy listening to a particular person's story. That means your heart is connecting to that heaviness of that emotion of anybody. It could be yours or it could be anybody else. Right. And when you're feeling that heaviness, and it is like, your siddhi is activated and it will process, even if it is other person's, the pain or emotion or anything, it will be processed through you, through your intellect, psychologically or physically. It will be processed. Okay. These things happen. And then the other version is, if your ego identity is very active. Okay, the other versions are happening when there is a healing is needed, or there's an emotional healing is happening by either to the other person through you, or it is for your own self. Okay, these things are happening. But if your ego identity is very strong, you feel lazy, you feel lethargy, you feel arrogant kind of a mindset. Okay, all these are the effects of this siddhi getting activated. Okay, that means you need to, if whenever you are feeling, I'm feeling very lethargic and I'm feeling like very lazy, I'm feeling like I don't want to get up from this place. Whoever wants to get it, let it get it. I'm not going to get up for this place, from this place. You're being adamant, and if you're feeling arrogant about any situation, maybe you're right or wrong is a different thing. But if you're feeling so, that means this siddhi is activated and it needs to be healed. You need to heal your perception of life. Okay, so these siddhis are also coming as a reminders for us to heal whatever at that moment you're feeling. Right? And then when it comes to prapti is like, you can convert energy into any material things. Like, say for example, you can later on do this experiment. You can hold salt in one plate and a glass of water in the other hand. Okay, two things are there. Now you can breathe in this salt and breathe out that essence inside that water. Do this completely focused, okay, without any interruptions in the mind. Breathe in the salt and breathe out the same salt into the water. Okay. After a particular time, when you do this, keep everything aside, drink that water and tell me what happened. Okay. Okay. You will see that, suddenly your throat has become very itchy, or maybe you might feel that as if you have had salt water. All these things will happen. You have not mixed any salt, but you transfer the energy of salt, because that is soluble. That is, it can mix. It can get mixed, even sugar or, even the salt, anything. And salt is very quick in mixing up. So you have just transferred the energy of this into this matter. So it has become a salt water. Right? And you can use the salt water for healing. It works wonders. Healing anything, it works wonders. Okay. Prapti is that particular siddhi where, yes, there are some siddhis unless and until you focus on completely without any interpretations or any assumptions or any giving any meaning to any particular process, it opens up. Okay. So Prapti is like that. And next is Prakamya. See, Prapti is also, there's one more beautiful thing about Prapti is, if you are able to do it, you are able to literally travel yourself, your thoughts, your perceptions, okay, to anybody, any mind, whether it is animals, plants, or humans, anybody, okay, any mind. They can, if they are in a receiving mode, they can easily receive all these ideas of yours. Okay, the transfer can happen. Transfer of, we might have heard in earlier days, sages used to just sit in calmness and gaze into the student's eyes, and all the information used to get transferred. So from this essence, from this body, all that essence of wisdom is getting transferred there. It's like download and upload happening. Okay. So this is all about Prapti. Okay. And next is Prakamya. Prakamya is most wonderful thing because it reverses your aging process. It stops your ages. I will not say it reverses your aging process, but it stops your aging process, either from inside or outside. There is no, most of the time it happens from external only. When this siddhi is activated, suddenly you might have felt, you might have seen many people, maybe they are not matching, their physical body is not matching with their age. Maybe they are 60 and 70, but they are looking just 30 and 40. Okay, that means this siddhi is highly activated in them. Okay, when this siddhi is activated, that means it is understood that universe is there sitting inside you and trying to do its work through you. You are only a vessel there. The content and information is belonging to somewhere else. Okay, so that is Prakamya. Okay,
we all need this siddhi, ma'am.
Yeah,
we all need this siddhi.
Yeah. Yeah. And next is Vasitvam. Vasitvam is, as per this siddhi, it is said that, in the olden text, it is a power to control men, human beings and animals and all this. But it is not about controlling them. It is about perceiving ability of psychology, perceiving minds, studying the mind. Okay, that is Vasitvam. We can actually say it as studying the mind. You are understanding the mental behavior of a person, how they are speaking and what words they are using and why this word is using, what are their habits, their way of life, what is their, how they are choosing their way of life. In all these things we can make out. So Vasitvam is all about ability of knowing a particular mind. It's like a mind reading. Okay, not exactly, but the way they are behaving. So you are not actually controlling anyone, but when you know what the other person is thinking, you are giving the same similar kind of vibration or information so that the person is acting in the same way, the way you want to, right? And next is, it is Ishtatvam. Ishtatvam is creating, where you are becoming a creator. Ishtatvam is absolutely where you are becoming a creator, and you are creating a world of your own self. Okay, that is, though it seems very simple, Ishtatvam seems very simple. Oh, we can create. Everyone does that. Everyone is their own creator. It is very easy, but it is not that easy to create your own world. Because world, when we talk about world, it comes about everyone in your surroundings. Okay, a complete continent. You are trying to create a complete continent for yourself. Okay, this siddhi should be highly activated. You really become the vessel of a creation. Okay, only then this is problem. You are like creating a Brahmand of your own, right? And next is Dura Shravanam. Dura Shravanam and Dura Darshanam are the two techniques where it is directly linked with the third eye activation. Among all the chakras, when the third eye is activated, so you are able to listen, because when we are talking about third eye activation, we are directly talking about the all the five senses and also the extrasensory perceptions, right? So you are able to hear, you are able to see whatever is happening in distance. In distance is not somewhere else, in the near future. In the near future of your own life, you are able to see something, or what deep inside you, where in the layers of your unconscious mind, any aspect of you is there, that also you are able to see, right? And Durashravanam is you are able to listen. You are able to listen without even the other person talking to you. You are able to listen what they actually holding inside. Okay, what emotion they are holding and what is happening to them. You can really you can begin to listen to it. It's not like literally you will start listening some words, but it is like you get a sense of knowing. Yes, I heard. Okay, that's the thing which comes up. And the next one is Manosava. Manosava is we can take an example of Parshuram. Parshuram is he had the ability of traveling at the speed of mind. You think about it and there he is. Okay, he had that ability. Now, many times we don't even know, we just think, I just wanted to be there and everything happened so quickly that I'm there. I wanted to travel somewhere else. Say, suppose, okay, I want to travel Australia, and suddenly without my knowledge, suddenly something happened and I was there. It might be taking that time, those many days or those many times for planning and everything. But everything is happening so quickly that you thought and it happened. The time frame was very fast. Okay, this also comes under this siddhi, Manosava. Okay, many times you might have felt, I wanted to be there and quickly I'm there. Okay, that moment this is happening. And any siddhi which is getting activated, it directly indicates that it is the choice of our own self. That is the purpose, which is a purpose of our existence itself, which has made that opening. Okay, and then Kamarupa. Kamarupa is taking shaping like your assume any shape of the body as desired. Whatever you want to become, you can become. We might have watched this in movies. Suddenly a person is becoming very angel kind, and suddenly a demon kind. All these things, variations are happening in movies we see. But this is Kamarupa, is having a form and shape of body as per your choice. Okay, this is possible. This is even I don't say the physical level or biological level, it might be possible, but internally you can literally sense. Sometimes when this siddhi is awakened, you are maybe externally a person might not be changing anything in the physical layer, but the minute other person is seeing, the other person is seeing this person. If say suppose I have this, okay, I'll make it more simple. Say suppose I have this ability of Kamarupa and I'm able to change my body structure the way I want. Now, whatever I have become from inside, the other person is able to see me the same way. He is not seeing me like this anymore. He is seeing that form. Okay, this is possible, right? In my own life experiences, I have seen many times. Whenever I used to, sit in my own meditation practice, and suddenly I'm seeing myself as something else. And I'm sitting very idle and just behaving like that. I'm thinking like that. I'm just becoming that. But I'm in my own self. Nobody's there around. But suddenly somebody has called and saying, oh, suddenly I'm feeling, I'm sensing through your words. I'm talking normally. But the person is saying, I'm sensing that you are this. Okay, they're able to gauge, right? So these things are, these are not some things where we can simply write it off and we can think that, this is not possible. It is no logic in it. Okay, beyond, unless we go beyond logic, we really can't understand the magic things of what we hold inside. Okay, we need to go beyond logic. So these things are possible, right? And then in Parakaya Pravesam, we have already known in the story of Adi Shankaracharya, wherein Kashmir king, he entered into the body. Okay, this is possible. When you want to really work through, when there is oneness. See, what is source? When we talk about the collective consciousness, it is same everywhere, right? And when a form of a person, say suppose you or me, okay, completely has connected to that collective consciousness inside us, you are there everywhere, right? Psychologically or energetically or spiritually, you are there everywhere. You are not just in this body, but you are there everywhere, right? But here Parakaya Pravesam, when we are saying Para Kaya Pravesam, Kaya is the body, so Para is the other one. So Pravesham is you are entering. So you are literally entering into other person's body. So there are many times in previous days also, when we talk about this Adi Shankaracharya story also, to complete something, sometimes what happens is when we die, what happens when we die? We are just the essence inside us is gone, right? And just the body is there. That time, sometimes what happens is you get to meet, coming out of the body, you get to meet some souls where they want one body to finish one work. For that, maybe they don't want to take again birth, grow with the parents and school and college and marriage and all these things. Maybe the entire story is not needed. Just that one work is needed for them. That's when these two souls come into contract, and this soul completely moves away and the other soul enters into the body. That's when sometimes when we talk about near-death experiences, these things happen. A person has died and suddenly the person has woke up as some completely different person. We never know what is happening. We might say, this person is not like before at all. This person is totally different. Okay, because this is a thing happen. This is a contract which happens. Okay, you want to live for furthermore? Okay, get back to my body. And those souls also choose very healthy body. They don't choose, a person who has died out of something, some problem or anything, or just to release. Okay, they choose, okay, body is healthy. Okay, disease and illness is different. It is sometimes, once the spirit is out, it's just a body. It has it has got nothing to do with any illness or anything. So they choose a very healthy body so that they take over that work, because to complete a certain kind of work, you need some physical strength. So they match with that and they come. Okay, that's the reason it is not that very common, but very exclusive, right? And now coming to Swachendra Mrityu. Swachendra Mrityu is dying at our own choice. This, if we look at the story of Mahabharata or Itihasa, so we can see Bhishma had this quality. He had that ability to die at his own will, right? This siddhi is there in everyone, like Anima, Mahima, Lagima, Garima, Prapti, and all these things. And this Swachendra Mrityu siddhi is there in everyone. We have a choice all the time to leave the body the moment we want. We have the choice, but we do not know, because We think, oh, I want to die. We keep hearing some old people saying, oh, I want to die, but then the death is not coming to me. You are wanting to die, but what is that you are still wanting to see in life? Okay, we come to a situation of life where you are not interested in anything else. You have seen you had every experience of life. There is nothing new for you to see. So that means you have chosen to vacate now. Okay, even if there's something where maybe the old bengan bhat or biryani you want to have, that is really holding on to you, with that attachment of with that biryani and the jalebi holding inside, if you think that, oh no, oh my god, this world is very difficult, this life is very difficult, I want to die, it is not possible, because this biryani is holding you back all the time. Okay. So if you really want to attain that completion, see, we all have somewhere or the other point of level of our mind, we are scared of death because we do not know what happens after death. But I tell you, after death, there is only calmness, and there is no cinema or drama happening there. So sometimes, people like me, they might feel to be here only instead of going there. Okay, because there is no what do you call Rambha, Urvasi, Menaka dancing there, and there is no Yama sitting there, and no Chitragupta writing any Akashic records for us or anything else. Like, okay, we tend to see our own Akashic records when we go into our own, deep into our own state of our reality of our own selves. We don't have to really die. We have seen, many times we might have heard a person who have vacated and again come back to the body after 3 days. Whenever he's coming back, he's only yelling, why did you people call me back? I was very peaceful there. I was very peaceful and you people could not take this. You kept on calling me and I had to come back. These are the complaints which people get into when they come back. But this is like where we have that power, where we can choose when we want to vacate. For that, to brush this siddhi more and make it more alert and more conscious in our awareness, be more aware about it, we need to practice witnessing. Just witness whatever happens, just witness. And happily experience, happily allow it to happen. Whatever might be the process, allow it to happen. Unless it happens, you allow it to happen, you will not really know the wisdom which is hidden behind this experience. Okay, the essence of whatever knowledge which is going on, we will not know. So we must allow it almost the time. Then this Swachendra Mrityu Siddhi can be refreshed and repolished and become more, you can make it activated more and more, so that your awareness is also there in that, right? And next is Trikaladarshi. Trikaladarshi is a person who is able to see the past, present and future. It is like the quality of knowingness. You know everything. You are sitting very calmly. A person has come to you and the person started telling you everything. Actually, this is my problem. He will start with the present. Oh, this is my problem. Actually, this has happened. But if you are in that frequencies of, knowing all the 3 layers of past, present, and future, the other person will simply jump into the past. He will be talking about the present situation, but he will simply jump into the past and he will say, oh, I understand. In past, I did that. That is the reason in the present, I am facing this. In the past, I have perceived this kind of ideology into my mind about life. So that is why this situation has come to me. So if I don't change it now, my life will and again, he will jump into the future. My life will be like this only. So he is knowing everything. See, when you are in a particular frequency, even you impact the other person also. So it is very important for us to always be in the frequency of the superconscious, which has the qualities of creation, love, beauty, kindness, expansion, abundance, and receptivity. Okay, which has got all these qualities. Only then you are able to, even in your surroundings, even whoever might be there in the in your surroundings, whether your family, your friends, your children, or anybody, the same qualities you are able to impact on them, right? And that is how Trikaladarshi is knowingness, knowing everything, every act of, every result and consequence, projection and reflection of whatever are actions, right? And next is Advandvam. Advandvam is like, it's, you are mastering the pain, pleasure, heat, cold, anything. It is like mastering the mind completely. Completely mastering the mind. When you have mastered the mind, you really don't, even if anyone pricks in your hand, you will not feel. Okay, even if you are sitting in, you are dumped inside into the ice box and you are sitting, you don't feel any, you don't freeze up and you don't feel anything. Okay, even if you are walking inside the fire, you don't feel the heat. Okay, this happens when the state of mind. Only with the state of mind it is possible. We might have seen, you know, in villages also, sometimes it happens. People walk on the fire. Okay, they simply walk on the fire. How is it happening? It is the state of mind. With the state of mind, anything is possible. So Advandvam is achieving the highest mastery of your mind, right? And next is Aparajaya. Aparajaya is gaining victory. Gaining victory over whatever goals you have set. You are able to fulfill, reach all your goals. Maybe you have determined that that is my goal, I want to reach it, and you did it. So whatever you think of, you are able to achieve it. It is the quality of this Siddhi, right? And this Siddhi is possible. This is there in everyone. We don't need any rocket science for this. We just have to be determined. Yes, I want to walk in this path. I want to do this in life. You have chosen and you are there. Once you are there, nothing else comes as a distraction. Okay, this goes like that. And next is Sarvagya. Sarvagya is attaining the knowledge of whatever you desire. You want to know something, the knowledge will come to you. Because Sarvagya knowledge is there, the Siddhi is there, highly activated in every being on the earth, including minerals, plants, and animals. It is there everywhere, because unless and until we are open to it, like, you know, people, how was the evolution, is possible? It is through the upgradation of our mind, our perceptions, right? So the knowledge is available at every moment. Whatever, wherever you have reached, if there is any particular knowledge coming to you, whether it is soul designers or anything coming to you, that means you have already, your system was ready for it. Okay, you are able to receive it, right? So this is Sarvagya. You are ready for it. Your internal energy knows from where it has to come to you. Okay, it will come. It might be, this course might be there in a number of places, but it is coming to you with only, you know, the person who matches with your frequency. Okay, whether it is for me, for you, or for anybody in the world. That is why we say, when the student is ready, master appears. What does that mean? Student is ready does not mean that, oh, okay, now I am becoming a student, I am becoming very humble, putting a pencil and pen and, you know, sitting in a room. It's not like that. It is like your essence knows. Now it needs upgradation. Now it needs to move ahead. So it needs some, some reminders, right? Some reminders so that you can walk your further steps. Okay, that's when this comes. And Sarvagya is, everyone is a Sarvagya. Everyone has this essence of attracting the knowledge, what they need at that point of life, right? And next is Vak Siddhi. Vak Siddhi is achieving the power of speech, power of communication, right? Many people come on to the point of saying, oh, I cannot communicate. I don't have that very communication skill. I don't know, when it comes to talking to anyone, I become nervous, I can't speak, all these things. But Vak Siddhi is something where you should just want to speak, that's all. The words will flow. Okay. After a certain period of time, you attain, Vak Siddhi is a state when you have attained experience of the knowledge, whatever you are uttering out. Whether it is through your own spiritual experiences or psychological experiences or physical experiences. Experience happens in 3 stages. Either it is physical, or a person who wants to understand death, they will live the death and they will understand it. Oh, wow. What a word. Living the death. Wow. You can live death. Okay. Okay. So experience is happening physically, and psychologically, you are able to understand this is what death means. Okay. And spiritually, you are experiencing the life after this state of life, beyond the body. Okay. That is spiritual experience. All this, when you attain at this about a particular information, a particular thing, when you are attaining all the knowledge from all the 3 variations, you have attained Vaksuddhi, the power of speech towards this particular area in your life, about life. Okay, that is what Vaksiddhi comes. And Kalpavruksha Tattvam. Next is Kalpavruksha Tattvam is, what is Kalpavruksha? It can grant and fulfill anything you ask for. Okay, some people are so abundant and so much receptive within themselves that they ask and it happens to them. If they say, oh my God, I wish there would be some rain today, rain will fall. And suddenly there's so much of rain happening. I wish this rain stops for a while. Simply rain stops. I have seen people with such a strong things. They think about it and it happens. It's like they're talking to nature. They're not there within themselves. The nature, they are so involved, or what do you call? They're one with the nature within themselves, that every nature of every outer external, the essence of everything in the universe is actually communicating with them. Okay, that is Kalpavruksha Tattva. You ask for it and you have it. Okay, and now in this you need to be very cautious about what you are asking also. You need to be aware. Spirituality is all about, you need to be aware there is no other option. Unless you are aware, you can really not relish the taste which comes into it. If you're not aware, there are many things we are going to miss it. Most beautiful things will be missing out. Okay. Yeah. And next is the Amaratvam. Amaratvam is the siddhi where a person becomes eternal being. You can call them as infinite souls. Okay, we'll be talking about the types of souls also later in further classes. They are the eternal souls, is like they are never dying. They are never dead. Nobody, that means they are living eternally even after their life in this physical body. They are still living in everyone's hearts and everyone's mind. Okay, these are the people who are becoming. And who can become eternal Amaratvam? Everyone can, based on your actions. What actions you choose to do, where you wish to focus your mind more, and your eternity lies there. Okay, this is the point. And next is Sarvanyayakatvam. Sarvanyayakatvam is just like how I told about Kalpavruksha Tattvam. They are becoming one with the universal nature. Universe is also a nature. There is a side of the universe which is thought and which is Purusha and Prakriti, what we say. Okay, Purusha is thought, Prakriti is the expression, right? Prakriti means the nature, what we say, right? So Sarvanyayakatvam is when you are connecting to that nature inside you, that universal, that Prakriti Tattva inside you, you are actually holding the mastery on everything of the universe, every law of nature, whether it is law of karma, whether it is law of polarity, whether it is law of reversal effect, name any law. Okay, you are holding, you become you know how to present this law and how to apply a particular law. Okay, through what kind of actions you master it. And next is Bhavana Siddhi. Vak Siddhi is about the words. Bhavana Siddhi is about the emotions, emotional mastery, emotional intelligence. it is important to know what emotions are actually telling us. Every emotion is leaving a message to us, but we need to understand what is that message and what am I supposed to do in the particular given situation. How do I use this emotion for my growth? Okay, when you master this, then you have attained bhavana siddhi, right? And next is pratyaksham and apapratyaksham. Like you are appearing and you are disappearing. We might have seen this many times in movies. Now they are there, now they are not there. Pratyaksham and apapratyaksham. This is the quality which Mahavatar Babaji has attained. He could dissolve just with this, the breath work, the sadhana, what he did on breath, just with the breath and the power of breath itself, he could dissolve his body and he could again come back and visit whomever, really wanting to see him and appear in everyone with them, in front of them. Okay, even today we keep hearing stories that when people go to Himalayas and all, they say, oh, I've met Mahavatar Babaji. Okay, I met Babaji. I had these experiences, but I didn't realize. Later on, I realized, whoever are the genuine seekers, we tend to see them, right? The seeker should have that ability to connect to that frequency. But this is possible. Pratyaksham and apapratyaksham, out of your sadhana, it is possible, right? And next is Maya Siddhi. This is the final and ultimate one, where Maya Siddhi is all about gaining mastery over the power of illusion. See, everything is Maya. Everything is illusion. Your presence, your absence, everything is, even your absence is an illusion. Okay, when we say our absence, what are we talking about? Presence, we know this is the body and the thought. But when you are coming out of your body, right, we say, oh, the person is no more. Is the person really no more? No. There is also going on, you are there in somebody's mind, whom your loved one's mind, in their heart, you are there somewhere. Right, but that is also an illusion, because they have been connecting to you so much, they got so much attached to you, there was no separation, there was oneness kind of a feeling. So this is not happening. So absence is also an illusion. And when we go dissolve totally at the spiritual level, when we dissolve ourselves and connect to the layer of shunya, that's when we realize everything is just an illusion. Because that state, we really are out of all these experiences. Neither when we reach the state of shunya, there's a meditative state, what we are practicing all this for. When you reach that state, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the emotion, you are not the experience, you are not existing anymore. So you are beyond all the layers of illusion. You are there, yet you are not there. So that is Maya Siddhi. Achieving that state is Maya Siddhi. Right? And you are remembering that state, that you are the biggest zero. You are the biggest illusion at all levels, in the level of matter and thought and emotion. You are an illusion, and you are dealing everything in life with that knowledge. Okay? Anyone comes and tells you, oh my God, I love you so much, I give you a chocolate, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. You smile and move on. You will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. You will say, okay, you love me. Okay, let us be together. You will do all that because you know this drama, I have to play this. The best I play, the best I'm the winner. You're playing it, but you are also aware I'm playing it. You're not living it. In spite of living it, you are only playing it. Okay, after playing a role of Krishna, the actor cannot come out of the role and say, I'm still Krishna. Okay, he cannot say. So knowing that I'm just playing the role of Krishna, yet I'm not Krishna, is Maya Siddhi. Awareness of all this is Maya Siddhi. Okay, so meditation also, when we take about mind to no mind state, right? So consciousness, witnessing, and awareness. These are the three stages from mind to no mind. So if consciousness is sense of presence, it is the beginning that I am. right? I am, that I am, this is there. And witnessing is a relationship between subject and the object. Right? Witnessing is you are seeing, you are just witnessing. It is that relationship which is happening as a seer and the doer. And witnessing is a state. Again, you are just witnessing. And consciousness is a means towards witnessing. Your sense of presence, the intelligence is that means towards, yes, the intelligence is working there. You are witnessing. Right? And the pure awareness, when it comes to the awareness state, it's absolutely the absolute, without which there can be no consciousness. It's the absolute. From wherever you see, it is the same. However you see, it is the same. Right? From here also it is 6, from there also it is 6. There is no difference. That's what absolutely is. So in that we could talk about the layers: Savitarka, Savichara, Sananda, Sasmita, and Asampragnata. Right? Savitarka is the gross, Vitarka. Okay? Sa Vitarka. Sa is a good way, a natural way. Right? And Vichara is the thought. Sa Vichara. Sa Vitarka is the gross, and Sa Vichara is certain. You are certain about this thing, a particular thing. And Sa Ananda, Sananda. Right? It is the bliss. You started feeling the good feelings, wonderful feelings, an ecstasy kind of a state, right? And then comes Sa Asmita, Sasmita. It comes as I-ness. I-ness is not about your individual identity. It is about the I of knowledge, everyone. It is a oneness. Right? This comes. And then Asampragnata is that last state where there is no object. You have become objectless. Okay? From Samvitarka to Asampragnata, these are the stages. In the process of meditation practice, we reach. When we say even Anapana Sati, when we say Ana is inhalation, Apana is exhalation, and Sati is the merging of these two. So when you are inhaling and exhaling the breath in and out, when you are doing it, there should be no interval in between. Generally, when we breathe, what we do? We breathe in and there is a very slight break, a gap, and then we exhale. But now here we are conscious. We are breathing in and breathing out. We are not allowing any gap. So you are making it one, the in and out one. Okay. In, out, in, out. We are doing it. In this, what is happening? The first stage is Kaya Nupasana. Kaya Nupasana is where you are experiencing everything at the physical level. Savitarka, at the gross level. We are able to realize the awareness on body, focusing on every part of the body and its movement. We are able to realize, yes, vibrations are happening, or maybe some tingling sensation is happening. Maybe somewhere some pain is happening. Somewhere some part is becoming light. Okay. Upasana is being close to it. You are witnessing it. Kaya Upasana is being close to this body and its vibrations and its sensations. And next comes Vedanupasana, Savichara. Vedanupasana is you are completely knowing, realizing the feelings and the nature of its intensity. How intensified. You want to manifest anything in your life, just intensify its emotion. It will manifest right now. You want, why every time, whomever you love, you can attract them towards you. You will be with that person, whomever you love, because love is the most intensified emotion. And even if you are angry, you can kick out the other person if you don't like them, because that is also an intensified action. So anything you want to manifest, you can do it. Just add intensity to that emotion. Right? Live it wholeheartedly. How do you add intensity? By living it wholeheartedly. Right? And Chittanupasana, this is also a point of when it comes to it comes to the Sananda state. Okay, Chittanupasana, where you are with consciousness, with the intelligence, right? At a level where you are becoming one with the awareness. You are becoming aware about the intelligence which is pervading all, right? It's a state of bliss. And Dhammanupasana is knowing your thoughts, right? Sananda, it's like you know what you are perceiving, you know what you are, how much you are, how the mind works. I'll tell you, Dhammanupasana is when you're talking about thoughts, you are perceiving something, and then you realize whether whatever you have perceived is right or not, how authentic it is. Okay, and then you see what are the other perspectives about it. Okay, and then it's a mind mechanism, and then you come out to the ultimate result of whatever you have perceived, right? This is Dhammanupasana, where you are following your thoughts. You are aware of every consequence of your thoughts and your actions, your perceptions and your way of life, right? And Vipassana is being insightful, right? Vipassana is coming about a transformed transformation, right? See, transformation, there are two words. Either you call it as transformation, where the spelling you write is TRANS, okay, and formation, right? But there's another word where if you divide it, it is transformation. It is TRANCE. There is no S. So what is trans? Deep within inside you, there is a story which is going on. That story to be transformed. If that story is transformed, your external, every story is transformed. There is a story running there. That is all Vipassana is. You become insightful. You are changing yourself there. At the spirit level, spirit is a force. It is forcing us to, because of some insight, some understanding, some perceptions of life, that force is making you to act upon a particular situation. If you are changing that state, actions also are changing. So when your actions are changing, your projection is changing. So your reflections also will be different. Okay. And nirvana is the absolute, objectless, asampragnata. Right? This is how every time, what is happening when you actually meditate, in the process of meditation, what is happening? First is the Kayanupasana. We talk about the physical experiences. All kinds of physical experiences are there. And next comes the mental experiences. Everything about the mind, your thoughts, your thing, you are decreasing, or you are decreasing thoughts, you are increasing thoughts, you are resenting the process, whatever way. Everything is happening. And then when it comes to emotional experiences, you are feeling joy, you are feeling sad, you are feeling blissful, you are feeling odd, you are feeling weird. All these things are coming up. Okay, this is not meditation. It is reaching to that absolute inside us. We are processing all these stages, right? And while you are processing, we are actually, many times, we are actually deleting these from our system. Sometimes when you sit and practice, you sit for the meditation practice, you see that, one day you might think, oh, today mind was so busy. I was continuously thinking, thoughts were coming on, and I couldn't even do practice meditation. You have to identify that is also a state to reach towards the state of meditation. Unless you clear out the path, how will you reach there? So you are actually not connecting to so many thoughts. You are actually realizing that I have so many thoughts. I don't need to dwell myself into it. So your path is towards deep inside. That state of zero is more easy. Emotions are also same. I have so many emotions. Okay, emotions are there. But right now, okay, when that place, whatever insights you are taking, that is what is transformation. You are forming, you are reforming yourself there. Okay. And then comes the astral experiences. Astral experiences is where a spontaneous past life recall. I'm not talking about the reincarnation, previous birth or anything. I'm talking about your present life, previous present life. Maybe your childhood or your parents' childhood. Okay, all these things and all the events about future also. All these things are astral experiences. Okay, if you feel that, you know, I have traveled to Giza pyramid and astrally I have traveled there, Giza pyramid, I saw Giza pyramid, everything, just get back to your ground and understand you have not traveled to Giza pyramid. You might have not done it. It is only the information which your mind holds with that image, and the experience was so intense, you felt you as if went there. But you have traveled to your that deep core area where your spiritual self was residing. And the image, metaphorically, the image about your spiritual self, maybe your mind understands as Giza pyramid or any temple or anything. Okay, you have connected, you have checked, everything was wonderful, so your spiritual self is very wonderful, you have connected to that. See, but when we are thinking, I went to Giza pyramid, entire experience, the bliss of that entire experience is lost. We are not connecting here, we are connecting somewhere else, we are lost. Right. So we need to understand these experiences which are there. We need to diagnose, decode them. Okay, that's important. And then you have deep spiritual experiences like connecting with the source, or you know, there's a complete stillness, or connecting to some angels, or receiving God forms, masters, or anybody. You know, you are actually, this is the deep spiritual experiences which is happening. Okay, this is how we connect to that. So always it is like when we talk about the koshas also, the same thing. Whether you talk as Savitarka, Savichara, Sasmita, Sananda, and Asampragnata, or you talk about physical experiences, mental experiences, or anything, or you talk about Kaya Anupasana, Veda Anupasana, Dhamma Anupasana, all this Vipassana, all the stages, or simply you talk about Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manonmaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. It is one and the same. These are the stages. Annamaya Kosha is the physical. It is occupies time and space. So you get all the experiences. You might sometimes, you know, at the physical level, you might connect to your Manonmaya Kosha, where all the thoughts related to this body is there. Maybe your physical health or your relationships or anything else. And Pranamaya Kosha is traveling through the space. It is conscious practices where you are breathing. You know, all the way you are breathing. The way you breathe actually tells what you are going through in your life. If you are not comfortable in your life, the breathing process will be very tough. If you are very happy with your life, in spite of n number of problems around you, your breath will be effortless. If you have no problems around you, still you are not breathing effortlessly, that means there is a problem which is holding you, which is blocking your path towards the life force to reach every part of your body. Okay. And Manonmaya Kosha is all about the thoughts. Vijnanamaya Kosha is the knowledge we experience through insights, how we get it. And Anandamaya Kosha is the blissful state where we experience, yes, the state is good. The feeling was very good. The knowingness was very good. There was a calmness, there was stillness, all this state. And when we talk about Anandamaya Kosha, and you know, after that, there are again two stages where we talk about Vishwamaya Kosha and Nirvanamaya Kosha. Vishwamaya Kosha is the Mahima Siddhi. Right? It is the Mahima Siddhi. After you reach in any meditation practice, once you reach the Anandamaya Kosha, you are directly connecting to the Vishwamaya Kosha. That Siddhi is naturally, it flows out. Okay. And then the Nirvanamaya Kosha is where the 0 point of field, where the zero state is all about. These things flow when we sit in the practice of meditation. We cannot do meditation because it is not something to do it. We can only reach to the state of meditation. And to reach the state of meditation, these are the areas which will be flowing. It's not like, you know, today I have experienced physical experiences, and tomorrow I'm traveling to mind experiences, and a day after tomorrow I'm going to have spiritual experiences. No. Today you might directly have a deep spiritual experiences, and one day you might have, for some days you might have only mental experiences. Sometimes you might have only astral experiences. Okay, these are the phases. It can happen anyway. There's no procedure like after this is going to happen, after this is going to happen, this is going to happen for so many days. There's no rule for the system. Everything opens up based on where we are at that point of time in your life. Maybe one day, one point of life, we have accessed a siddhi in very positive way, where we evolved and elevated ourselves to the higher frequency. So next day, the experiences will be different. Okay, this is how these things happen. Okay, the first happening, second happening, and third happening, it's not that 1, 2, 3 series, but this is how these are the things which we experience, which come across in knowing ourselves. Why this has to open up? So that unless and until this open up, we really don't know what is there inside us. So every siddhi is getting activated at one particular stage of life. And this is what, to reach that state of zero, this is what are the experiences, what we follow. Okay. Yeah. I think for today, this
That's
you want me
amazing.
to continue? I don't mind.
No, I think
It's already 4:45, I think.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, can we have some questions from?
Yes.
Yes, masters. Anyone have any questions for ma'am, or have you any doubt you want to clear? Please raise your hand and can. Ma'am, okay.
I think there will be one thing. After this entire course, no, we'll have an exam.
Exam. Ma'am,
What
exam.
list out the names of siddhis.
No, ma'am, you can take exam. Someone like, yeah, from your experiences, what you learned. Maybe that is good. I'm up for it.
So even in night 12 o'clock, anyone wakes you up and says, what are the names of siddhis? You have started.
Yeah, of course, ma'am, of course. So I think Vanita ji had raised her hand. Would you like to unmute yourself and ask your question? Yeah, we have a pending question for Vanita ma'am from last.
Yes, Vanita ji. Yes.
Yeah, am I audible today?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay. So on Thursday, I was actually asking about the happiness. Like, there is this void thing I feel like I don't enjoy things. I used to love dancing, music. I used to hear the new songs or the old songs. I used to love the 60s, 70s Hindi songs. But no more, I don't feel like hearing. My husband, he compelled me like, okay, go get some hobby, involve yourself in something. But maybe, day-to-day routine life in Australia, it's so monotonous, I would say. I don't get time and I don't feel like doing anything as well. So for this year, I had a resolution. No, I want to do something for my health, for my mind. That's why I enrolled in yoga classes as well. Then I started looking for these spiritual classes, something like which can soothe my mind, to uplift myself. So I don't know why I feel that, but there is something like I think I miss out. It's like I'm not able to, might not be able to explain properly, but if you can understand.
I got your point.
Yeah.
I got your point. It's like, you have lost yourself somewhere. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes, we lose ourselves on the edge of doing so many things. Maybe the office work or homework or anything, at the edge of doing so many things, we really miss ourselves. And the minute we miss ourselves, we start losing ourselves. And whenever we lose ourselves, we are not just losing ourselves, we are losing entire essence of life, which is actually flowing in us. Okay. Self-love is the medicine, okay, for you to get back to that. Okay.
Yeah, I have to push myself too hard. Okay, no, I should do something for myself. I should go out for a walk. I should take some time out for myself, like me time. But sometimes it's hard, but sometimes I do that. So that's why like I've started joining. I just got to know about these classes. So I thought, okay, I should attend it. So anyhow, like while I'm just making my kids sleep, I just attend these classes. I love like
I can
listening
only say you are at the right place. The further every day, every class is going to, bring something. You will realize something about yourself. Okay, it is actually making you come close to yourself. That is important, right? And it is not just 1 to 10. There are classes going on. Will happen.
I know,
Okay.
and it's just like a beginning for me. It's like
Yes.
something a step I took for myself, I would say.
Yeah. From tomorrow, we'll be doing the activation of chakras. So in that also, every day you will be learn about one chakra and what that particular chakra is actually doing in our body, in our entire system, whether it is physically, mentally, or emotionally, or even spiritually. What is it doing? We will anyhow know that. So keep practicing it. By the end, I'll have a solution for you. I already have, but I don't want to say it now. By the end
Okay,
of the session, we'll do that.
sure. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
There are so many techniques. At least I know 1 or 2 techniques are enough for any person to get in touch with themselves. And our entire journey is all about to connecting back to ourselves only, not to anything else in the world. Maybe even God comes and stands in front of you, feel if unless and until you see yourself in that God, you will not feel get connected to God. It is not possible. What you don't see in yourself, whatever it is, how much ever higher it is, you cannot get connected. So you need to see that which you are actually looking for in yourself. And what is that everyone is looking for? Themselves only. You are actually looking for yourself only.
Yeah.
And there is no other way out. You have to get yourself. You will anyhow get yourself because that is what is your destination. It will happen. It's just the process. Somewhere we are lost. We have to just get back. And you are in the right path.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
We are there. Don't worry.
I have just one more as we were talking about emotions and everything today. So it's just like I would like to ask. So on Saturday only, like we have a friend, they had a puja. I feel like we were doing aarti. I'm very religious, like I do puja and everything. So we that was like Hanuman Chalisa recitation. That all happened well. And when we started having aarti, like started singing aarti, suddenly I felt like crying. Like I couldn't control my tears. Like it was just coming out and out, and I was just and it happens most of the time with me. If I go to any temple, I feel that emotions or energy, there is something which is like I start crying. I don't know why that happened. I haven't got any answer for that, like why that happens to me. Like I go to any religious place, or even forget that, like I was having a Australian citizenship ceremony. I started crying there. So I'm not able to understand what is that makes me too much cry. Is it some emotion that is I'm holding inside me that try to come out every now and then?
Sometimes happens when you might have when we lose ourselves, we become rigid. We become rigid in the sense we close the door of all the emotions, and but the emotions are there. You can't really hold them or build a dam to it and say that no, now you can't flow out. We can't say that. So it keeps searching the way out to express. So when anything is happening to other person or externally any situation is happening, we attract it and we tend to feel emotional about it. Okay.
So should I let
uh,
it go?
Kaam
Like
karo, what you do is take my number 900245 just leave a message, we'll connect.
uh, can you repeat it, or can someone else?
Yeah, 900245 I think I'll write it here. 9000255. Yeah, that's my number. I've put in the chat also. Okay, just leave a message. I'll know your number. Okay. Anyone has any doubts also, you're free to leave a message or call me, because the timing is different. 5 hours ahead the timing. Just leave a message and we can communicate. I have a solution for you, don't worry.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else have any question?
No questions. Today's all theory went above that.
Ma'am, can I ask, while other people may be thinking that when we getting all this, talking about all these siddhis, so we just, how we can attain them and how we know, I know that you tell us a little bit, like if you have this and this, it means you have that siddhi in you. So is it just a practice of more meditation, or you have when you're born?
Yes, it's a practice of more sadhana.
More sadhana. When you say sadhana,
Knowing many techniques, sometimes, the people tend to activate a particular siddhi. Siddhis anyhow will get activated when the life gives that kind of turn. It will anyhow get activated. But it is right that we need to identify, yes, the siddhi got activated. Right? We need to know. For that, our vision, we must be a little of beyond a senses person. Extrasensory perception should be there. And that is possible through the practice only.
when we say sadhana, means meditation or different
Practice. Sadhana is practice.
Practice of that particular siddhi? Or
No. Practice of anything which will take you inwards. It's not just anapanasati. We are just we follow breath totally, right? Watching our breath. But there are many other techniques also which will take us inside. So there's no harm in knowing everything. Like from tomorrow we'll be knowing about activating every chakra. So these things are also techniques of going inwards. So there's no harm in knowing it. Better have many weapons so that whenever you are hungry, you know what weapon to be used. If you are feeling the pizza like hunger, then you know this weapon is to be used.
You need to know all the flavors.
Like hunger, then a particular thing.
So if you have that siddhi activated, can you somehow deactivate it?
No.
Once it's awakened,
Cannot.
it's there.
We cannot.
Okay.
Because siddhis are inherent. It's like it's there within us. It is within the system. So only we need to be aware of when it gets activated, how to use it.
Okay, sure. I think Payalji have question. I may stop for a minute and then let Payalji ask question. Payalji, you can unmute yourself and ask, please.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am, and thank you so much for the wisdom sharing. Actually, I missed the first part since, there was a signal issue here, a lot of signal issue today.
Okay.
Yeah, but, I've been curious since last 10 and I've been trying to search about this, the koshas you taught. I could not register the name properly. I could just Annamay, Manomay, Pranamay, and Anandmay. And what was that one with the V?
Vishwamaya.
Vishwamay.
Vishwamaya and Nirvanamaya.
Please go again. Vishwamay
and Nirvanamaya.
Nirvanamay. So Nirvanamay in English, it means Nirvana, yeah?
Yes.
And I could not understand the meaning of Vishwamay.
Vishwamaya is like Mahima Siddhi, where you are expansion. Your expansion.
Can you just give me an example? I mean,
okay.
Expand. Yeah.
Sometimes in your practices, you might have seen yourself growing much bigger. Okay. Beyond even your roof. Into the sky, into the cosmos. You might have experienced it. Right? So that is Vishwamaya Kosha. There is a layer in us. It is growing so huge. It is expanding. That means it is telling you that you are an expanded version now. So you might be meeting new people, you might be attracting new situations of life so that your perceptions about life are upgraded. Okay, there's so many things which might happen.
Okay, just another 1 minute. If you ask me, I've been practicing meditation and, like this, actually applying all these concepts since quite a bit time. And I suddenly feel, that like 4 months back or 5 months back, I was in battling stage. Battling stage means what I want, I was not able to release it. But I don't know what has happened suddenly. The desire which I was really wanting, the desire with which I got really attached, I'm able to release it. And with the same situations, it's, I'm feeling too abundant. But suddenly, a question mark आता है, क्यों मुझे इतना abundant feel हो रहा है? What has happened to me? वो जो मुझे चाहिए था, क्यों नहीं चाहिए? What has gone wrong with me? मुझे क्यों नहीं चाहिए वो? और मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है question mark, am I right? वो मुझे इतनी जोर से चाहिए था, इतनी स्ट्रांगली चाहिए था, मुझे क्यों नहीं चाहिए?
You are using your mind. Okay. Sometimes when you feel abundant, it itself means you have achieved everything. The purpose of why you are here is already fulfilled. Okay. Now, what is it? From then onwards, life will start showing it to you. So you may connect to your childhood issues. You may connect to your newly married days or having a first baby in your hand stage, connecting maybe if you have siblings, you are connecting to the sibling stage, all your life story, basically, right? From the day you are born to today, entire every day, every important, significant moment of your life will again come back in your mind. Okay, and you will experience it.
I am relating to what you are saying because, ma'am, itna strong emotional flow हो रहा है मुझे बात करते हुए भी, I'm getting sensitive and having goosebumps. मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि बहुत ज्यादा ग्रेटिट्यूड आ रहा है हर चीज के लिए. मुझे ऐसे लगता है ये भी ठीक है, ये भी ठीक है, ये भी ठीक है. और फिर मुझे ऐसे लगता है अरे ये क्या हो गया, मुझे जो मैं कहती थी कि मुझे ये चाहिए अब मुझे क्यों नहीं चाहिए. मेरे क्या, आई एम अट्रैक्टिंग lot many people of the similar frequency and I'm मतलब वो it's become like a drug. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. फिर वो छोटा सा एक क्वेश्चन आ जाता है like why am I not able to leave what I wanted? I have left it, but that small little thing that hits me. But I'm actually feeling very abundant, and I'm feeling that some splurge of energy is just going. I'm gonna meet somebody. I'm feeling like that.
See, all these things are a continuation of maybe sometimes what happens is since our childhood we have lived our life, but the most important moment maybe because of not knowing or being innocent or whatever stage we have not known it well. So those things also will come back again into our mind because those things will not happen. But in our mind, the memories become so activated that you literally feel someone is there for you. Okay, it is your own self who is there for you. There is no somebody, there is only you. Maybe the forms are different, but it is only you. It is you who are everywhere. This is what the self-realization is, where you are realizing yourself in everyone. Okay, so the process of self-realization, when it becomes everything about our story since our childhood, everything will pop out. Whatever we have not experienced, we have not understood, or maybe for whatever reason we have not known it, we've just overlooked it, everything will come out. And that moment, it is coming with a new wisdom because again, you are growing from that state. Okay, when we do the relationship program, we'll understand, catching time, catching up lifetimes. So this is one of that, where you keep catching up with your memories. Okay, that has happened. Again, that memory has come. Previously, when it happened, you didn't know. So again, you will know it. Say, for example, I'll give you even more simple example. Maybe in your life, sometime you have fallen in love with someone. Okay, maybe with your partner or with your children or anybody, you have fallen in love, and then you have not understood at that point of time because of something else, not knowing, because of innocence or anything. So after a stage, when this stage comes, when this transition comes, when you are coming so close in oneness with yourself completely, now you will again experience the same love and same beauty and same compassion within yourself. That time you might feel somebody else is coming, but it is your own self which has already come. That time you missed it, now you live it again. It's like life is giving another chance for you to live that which you missed in the past. So life is flowing completely. That is what is happening.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah. I will not speak more, I am a little overwhelmed, so I'll try to absorb it rather.
Overwhelming is a sign of overloaded.
No, overwhelming is
you are
because of gratitude
joy?
and abundance. Yes.
Joy?
Yes.
Joy, you are not able to hold, you are overloaded with joy and you are not able to handle it.
Yeah, I just want, where is God? Let me just find and say thank you to him,
God is there right now in that expression of your gratitude. Right now, he's there. God is not a form. Though in our English or in our language, we put it he or she, something we put it. But right now, the expression of God is simply joy, kindness, love, beauty, abundance, gratitude. Everything is God. So when you are feeling gratitude, it's God you are experiencing inside you. It's the Godhood, the intelligence of Godhood you are experiencing inside.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's it's like 15 days back, I told my daughter, that I want joy, I want love. I just, she's hardly 16-year-old, and I told her I want love and I want joy. And ma'am, I think probably the definition of love was not correct in my mind. I was looking for love somewhere else. But in these 15 days, I don't know what has happened. The meaning of love has changed, and the joy is just pouring in, like, whatever, not the physical thing, not the physical thing, not the physical thing, but what I'm wanting, like, just like the God is standing behind me and just handing it over to me, you take it.
Yes. See, that's the beauty of life, is you want it and it is there for you. We just have to want it wholeheartedly. That's all.
Yeah.
It is there. And when it comes, just live it. We don't need anything else to get into the mind. We just have to live it. That's it. Enjoy this.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like till 4:30, I was not able to attend the class because it was, signal issue. And today, incidentally, I had no class to host. 4:20, I was desperately trying that I should get the signal. I want to be in the class. And look at the beauty. I just went to my daughter to help me out. 4:25, I joined, and I knew that I'm already too late. I was feeling embarrassed to join the class. But, I think you had to release me, so you came. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you so much for taking everybody's time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Palji. You can ask the question, Nujama.
Subhash iPad.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a love. I just randomly looked into my watch. It's like 1 hour. Is it seriously 1 hour? It's been, I felt in the whole session. So when we come up with the relationship and the things, I triggered with something like long back. I even cross-checked with Kanchanji and all. So all the time something or the other comes up like randomly, like a small example. Like recently we have been to India and we are back. Due to like short time, we were unable to satisfy all the relatives. We just did all our things and we just headed back again. And like example I'm taking, like people started, they went to someone else's house, they don't have time to come and see us in that way. I was at one point, I'm laughing, like we know the situation and everything. But one point, few things like triggers in the mind. I know I should not think about the situation of people or whatever they think in that way, but it triggers me. I want to cut it again. I try to cut it down, but it carries for like 2 days or at least 3 days. Then my mind settle down, not getting into the same kind of the way they thinking. And whoever came back and they were like telling like this, that y'all didn't came to their house. I always try to make it short and cut it down, but it holds for like at least like 2 days, at least for a day, in that way. I really want to overcome this particular, maybe a sensitive in this relationship and emotional things. I'm not sure. I want to be more conscious and I want to get rid of this particular weakness or whatever I should say. I'm not sure, but I want to like just cut hold of that situation, whatever conversation, whoever comes and tell me, I just want to cut it down itself, but it triggers me.
Okay.
So how I should correct
So
this?
what do you do at that point of time is, somebody comes and tells you, you have met everyone, you didn't meet me. Okay. While you are meeting only, you know that there are few people you are missing out. Right. Because the schedule would not be as we planned. It might turn out something else. Right. Before ending the journey itself, you can just call them wholeheartedly. Tell them they are very important to you, but somehow I'm not able to make it. So I wanted to have a video call with you, not to offend you or anything, wholeheartedly. If you do this wholeheartedly, the complaint will never come. Okay. You can always say that.
Okay.
Because we know, because even I know my family members, they come once in 2 years, they come, they can't meet everyone. But what I do is bring everyone on one conversation, on one video call, and we chat for 2 hours. Maybe we are not meeting anyone, but yet we are meeting everyone. And wholeheartedly we say, we are really missing to meet you, missing that point that we are not able to meet you. But yes, our technology has helped so much. Next time, I promise you that I'll be there. And even after leaving also, I keep my communication with them for a certain period of time, so that they are wholeheartedly feeling the truth inside me, that they are also important to me.
Okay.
Okay. I did my part. Whether they understand, they don't understand is not my thing. But I did my part with all my love and with all the gratitude of those people being a part of my society, my community. That's it.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Payalji, thank you so much, ma'am. It was beautiful. I want to experience more. Yes, you can experience more and more and more and more and more. Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, I think there is a message for Kanchanji. Payalji has written. I couldn't.
Sure. Yeah, ma'am. I think time we're running out probably.
Oh yeah.
Just can I ask a very quick question, ma'am, before we end the session? You know,
Yeah.
sometimes when I have some problems or things going in my mind, but when I sit in my meditation in the morning, or not even sitting in a meditation, I wake up and sitting in there, just close my eye, I suddenly have some downloads or some picture come in my mind and it answered my questions. Like I was after your session with mudras, I was a bit confused which mudra to follow and which will help me more. So in the morning, I wake up in the morning and I got to see a drawing where it shows me like if you hold this, that's your, mudra. And I'm thinking, okay, that's what I need to practice. I ever seen that before. So what sort of help I'm getting or what it is, and if you can
It's not help or anything. It's just that, we have already a certain level of information about anything in the world inside us. Okay. So when you wanted to connect to mudras, you really don't remember what mudras was what. Okay. Yeah. So what is happening? You are sitting there. It is the intelligence inside you, which already carried some of the information about this, is awakened. And that is what is coming out, and you are practicing that. Okay. It could be the old information. Okay. Or it could be the ultimate information for you.
So it's information coming within me, from.
It is from your only. It is not, nothing can come from anywhere else. It has to flow through you only.
Yeah, because I find weird because I never seen that drawing of hand before in my life, not images. A first time I discussed with you on that session, and I thought, and I was confused, and I got an answer sort of thing what I need to do. So I thought, oh, okay, I don't understand what's this coming and from where it's coming.
It's all like this is Mooladhara, little finger and thumb is Mooladhara, ring finger and thumb is Swadhisthana. If you add the middle finger, this is Manipura. If you remove the ring finger, it is Anahata. If you add the index finger, it is Vishuddhi. If you remove the middle finger, it is Agna.
Ma'am, which is Anahata Chakra? That's your neck? No, where it's placed here?
Anahata is center of your breast.
Ah, okay.
Okay. All the chakras are in center.
Yeah.
From tomorrow, we'll be doing all the activations of chakras.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing every day each. Tomorrow we'll start with Mooladhara, and we'll be doing that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good.